Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. We are playing All Quiet in the Trenches, the story RPG game with obviously then a few combat elements, etc. And where we need to very much manage our troops, especially after, well, all of the recent events. We did have a successful attack against a French trench. However, we are in pretty poor condition. I do have high prestige, so hopefully that gives me a few less jobs from von Karsbrook, although probably not because he's von Karsbrook. And unfortunately our soldiers are in a bit of a bad mood. Morale is low. So on that, let's see what everybody wants, and let's see what's going on. And I'd just like to say thank you all very much for your support of these videos. I can see you are loving them. They are going to keep coming, so keep hitting that like button and keep showing your love. And we'll keep these videos pushing forward. Now, I've just gone and gotten Dana. He is trained in shooting. He's also trained in melee. He's physically fit. He is completely by the book, very courageous, somewhat patriotic, and fairly outspoken. You can pitch your tent wherever you find a puddle, my friend. And let's see who wants what. Von Karsbrook. French will have a hard time stomaching this defeat, but that's no reason to rest on our laurels. Of course not. I would dream of it, sir. We have few prisoners of war in our camp. It looks like I'm on guard duty. Nothing else from him. Who else have we got? I think we've gotten rid of the rats, Herr Unterofficer. I haven't seen any trace of them in days. The food stocks are finally safe again. Although half of the food stocks will probably get drowned. That seemed to have improved the mood. And prestige has also gone up. Maybe if I can get very high, I can even more increase my chances of not running out of food. Now, field hospital. We have a full field hospital. Because of that, two of our guys are on a bad recovery. So, current workload, I am going to offer assistance. So first off, we have... Okay, we have two guys that aren't as tired. One of them's already in the hospital. Fairly tolerant, very intolerant. So we're going to go for the fairly tolerant guy and him. I'm going to have Pedersen rest because he's ready to, quite frankly, shoot me, I think. And to assist in the hospital, we're going to have new guy. And I'm fairly certain and very much scared that if I put Schmidtbauer there, he will simply collapse, which I have a feeling is how Wellinger ended up in the hospital. So I'm going to send one guy for now. Two guys can rest. And we shall leave it at that. Oh, I'm just going to double check. Are we still on normal ration? Regular rations, yes. I don't want to go to meager. Next turn, I'm going to have to attempt to do something about food. Dana has settled in effortlessly in many regards. As a professional soldier, many things came very easily to him that other new soldiers had difficulties with. He even had become a kind of mentor to some of the comrades, whom he could help out with his wealth of experience. However, word had already got around that he was Alsatian, basically a Frenchman, as some people put it, even in his presence. One evening he stood in front of my tent and asked for a word. Herr Unterofficer, is my origin a problem for you? He asked straightforwardly in his somewhat peculiar Alsatian dialect. Not in the slightest, my good friend. Dana nodded contentedly and looked relieved. I'm glad to hear that. It does wear on me a bit the way some of the men seem to think about me. You know, I come from a family of soldiers. I was a soldier before this war started. I'm proud of what I do. Rightly so. With your experience and attitude alone, you already bring more honor to the uniform than some others in this camp. Thank you, Herr Unterofficer, Dana replied, saluted neatly and left with renewed vigor in his step. Beautiful. That should help improve the general mood. Obviously. One evening, Linnick came back to camp with a whole crate worth of food. He placed it with the rest of our stock and wandered off, whistling and lost in thought. When our eyes met, he hesitated for a brief, unsure moment before muttering a friendly greeting. I praised his initiative for the good of the unit. I'm not going to ask questions, folks. Where that crate of food came from, I don't want to know. I have food problems anyway. Surely we would be able to make good use of them. I mean, I feel they probably came from the village somewhere, if I'm perfectly honest. But, we'll find out. He went down tired. The hospital went down. Boom, it's no longer quite full. Low food supplies removed. That's fantastic. Change to favourable from respectful. Change to very outspoken. I don't know if that's a good thing. Change to good recovery. Positive events removed. He is now tired, no longer strained. He is still in the field hospital though. The new guy is optimistic, and the field hospital isn't quite so full. Right, let's see who wants what. I've been told that your soldier Fram has barely lifted a finger in the assignment I gave your group. When I give you a job, I expect it to be properly carried out. I thought that was clear, but apparently you need yet another reminder for that. I expect you to establish order in your group. That's gonna... Please don't hurt too much. Okay, I can just about live with that. And he doesn't have a job, ladies and gentlemen. We have achieved, I feel, the impossible. Lieutenant von Karsbrook is not giving us work. Who does want to talk, though? Your men are exhausted. Yes. Yes, let's go up to double rations. Most indubitably. I'm not even sure that's quite the way we... Ah! Mitbauer! Why come with such bad news? That is it, however. There is just latrine duty. Now, I'm not going to try and help in the hospital this turn because we have the pub trip that's come up. So unfortunately, someone does have to stay behind a little bit. I feel like it's this guy. I mean, look how highly motivated he is, and he's only a little bit tired. So, you're getting on train duty. As for the rest, the trip for the pub with positive events and double rations, knock yourselves out. Guys, get some of that recovery in, and let's see what we can do. Next turn, then, I might attempt to come and reduce the hospital workload a little bit again. Hopefully, I will have Wellinger back by this point, and we will see what is going on. That is... guys, that is like one of the best rounds I've ever seen in this game, even on normal mode. Not only does von Karsbrook not have any work for me, there's been no rats. There's been no random, I don't know, supplies that need moving. There's not been anybody from the village coming to complain at me, which is sus, because I feel that's where the food came from. But I'm just going to see what happens. Oh, an uneventful week. Very nice. Prestige has dropped again a little bit. Too sure on that one. The bad mood, it's not quite out yet. Pedersen he's almost up to average prestige. Bram is terrible. Wellinger is not great either. Linnick, he's doing okay. Smithbauer, doing okay. Jean-Pierre Danner, on the other hand, he's holding the team together. We are on low food supplies. So he changed to strain. That's good. Collapse removed. That's good as well. He changed from camaraderie to that's not great. Double rations added. Negative events. Oh yeah. Kind of had him cleaning the trees, didn't I? Positive events added. Low food supply. Hospital full has also removed. See, it was just Wellinger. He was taking up too much bed space. That's all it was. I assume I'm probably about to be asked big graves here. But let's see who wants what. Resupply came in. I had to bring your ration directly to your unit's stockpile. You demand. Because that was actually something that just propped up. Hey, Lieutenant von Karsbrook. In the trenches, make sure your people are ready when the time comes. And of course he's got a job. Your unit is tasked with guard duty. Not a problem, good sir. And then, of course, we've got 2 turns left in camp. Wellinger isn't back on his feet yet, but I had to let him go. We don't have enough capacity to deal with such cases at the moment. But he is back on his feet. His collapse was removed. Please allow him some rest and take better care of your people to avoid such avoidable consequences of exhaustion in the future. Again, you say you haven't got time, but the hospital is no longer full in any way whatsoever. Right, so... Guard duty is going to take 2 people. So it'll be Wellinger. He says he's not up to his thing yet, but I mean, he's really not doing that bad. It is going to be Ganna. Okay, so I sent all of these guys to the pub, and one of them went down 1 exhaustion level. I feel like that's mean, harsh, and many other things. I mean, it says he's still medium stress. He's still lightly wounded. I would like to let him rest, but he's actually doing the best out of everybody, near enough. So I'm going to put him on guard duty, to be honest. Then, I mean, I really should let everybody else rest, shouldn't I? I mean, there's always Pedersen. I could probably do with more rest as well. Although everyone's getting double rations, which will help a lot. I'm going to attempt to get... I'm going to ask for a favor. Little foods. I'll share with you, but please don't waste it. Thank you. Positive events added. Positive events increased. Oh, I lost... Whoa. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Von Carswick doesn't like that. I lost a lot of prestige with that. That's not going to be good. Bad mood, however, was increased greatly. So, we are definitely going to have a job next turn. That's fine. Let's hide all. And let's continue. I mean, we need to get my troops back on their feet. So, I'm willing to have lost that little bit of prestige. Oh, look at that mood go up. Which I will attempt to get back in the next trench phase. Lightly wounded removed. Fantastic. He went down to tired. All 3 of these went down to strained. That is amazing. Good recovery. Of course, he doesn't need to recover. Double rations added and physically fit added. Amazing. Von Carsbrook, can I help you? You are ordered to expand the rear trenches. Don't let enemy artillery or snipers dissuade. Yeah, don't worry about it. Who worries about snipers and artillery these days? Okay, that's everything. So that's not too bad. And the guy's mood is greatly going up. Dennett, that's going to be you again, I'm sorry to say. I think it is going to be Wellinger. And I think it's going to be Pedersen. I mean, he is a little bit wounded still, but he's physically fit. He's got good recovery. Could he someone else? Nope. The other 3 are going to continue to recover because, although this is extremely exhausting. But still, we'll hopefully see how much we even it out. Let's hit the next turn. And we've also bereft of quite a few events. Famous last words. One evening, Smithbauer was sitting in front of his tent, polishing his boots with dedication. Pedersen came up and directly watched for a bit before asking, "Why do you even bother? They'll just get dirty again." Smithbauer frowned. "Sort of clothes and homes, and still you clean those, don't you?" Pedersen shrugged. "But those don't get dirty every other step. Our boots do, especially in this mud. Besides, who am I supposed to impress with my shiny boots around here? Me, your under-officer." Hearing that, Smithbauer paused, laid down his cleaning rag and locked eyes with Pedersen, his expression somber and grave. "Honor demands that a German soldier is to represent the Vaterland at all times." With a contemptuous downward gaze, he added, "And your boots are a disgrace to the Vaterland." Pedersen rolled his eyes dismissively. It was then that he noticed me, and for a moment worry flashed across his face. Unterofficer? So Pedersen, who is, I believe he's very unpatriotic. Yes, he is. Whereas Smithbauer is very patriotic. So, that will obviously favor Pedersen. That will favor Smithbauer, who is in a much better mood than Pedersen. And, I don't know, will that just kind of leave them? Will that kind of favor one over the other? I'm just going to say as you were, try and keep a bit of status quo, because they're kind of both in a okay position. I'd like to keep it there. And moved on. That seemed to irritate Smithbauer. Oh, yep, he dropped down. Damn it. Well, looks like if you don't side with him, he throws a hissy fit. Damn that Smithbauer. For days now, Bram has been sitting next to his comrades every evening without a word and with a vacant stare. He neither joked with them, nor did he take part in the usual evening entertainment such as playing cards. The tasks assigned to him were also carried out in a dull and listless manner. I spoke to him about it. In an undisturbed moment, I sat down next to him and addressed him. Is everything all right with you, Fram? He looked up at me from his empty eyes. He seemed surprised that I was asking about his condition so straightforwardly. Then he replied, I'm fine. It all just seems so pointless. Your comrades need you. One for the team, come on, Fram! Try to be strong for them. He continued to stare bleakly into the distance. Thank you, Herr Unterofficer. But how I'm faring doesn't make the war any better for my comrades. This war is an atrocity, I tell you. We sat together in silence for a few moments, then Fram got up and went to bed without a word. In the following days, he seemed unchanged. It seemed that my words had not been able to help him. Perhaps time would be able to achieve what I had not. I mean, he's almost on average. Continue. I feel like you almost always lose. Good mood! Huzzah! Okay, bad weather has been removed. Good recovery removed. I'm hoping yes, because he's no longer injured. Fram is not as exhausted, physically fit, added, lovely. Changed relationship to contemptuous. Really? Completely recovered. Strain just removed. Good mood. And rainy. Gone. We're in a good mood. Prestige is average though, so von Karlsruhe, what would you like me to do? It's back to the trenches! Time to go and hit some trench warfare. I am going to see... do I push? Yeah, we've only been 16 minutes so far in the episode. Let's see what we can do in trench warfare. Now, of course we have low supplies. Fetch rations. Now, the more people that go, the better the effect. Let's send these two. And the other 4 guys can rest. Oh, of course. Someone has a job for me. Another communication trench collapsed. How? Officer, gather your shovels and your men. Of course. Wow! 3 people! So fetch rations is not going to fall to those 2, because they're going to be, unfortunately, rebuilding that trench. You are physically strong and fit, and you're, of course, very happy as well, aren't you, Pedersen? Yes, you are. You're so content. So you can go build a trench. And then to fetch those rations, we will give you to... I'm going to say Wellinger and Dana. Fram, you're... Oh, no, you are actually content now. Very nice, but you're slow. We get to go back to camp in 8 days. Who reckons we can get through 8 days without a fight? Raise your hands. Anybody? Didn't think so. I lost my good mood. People were upset by all of that. Both Wellinger and Pedersen are now strained. However, we do have more rations. So, von Karlsruhe, how can I help you? I urgently need someone to deliver a message to headquarters. Send me your quickest man. Now, one of these drained trenches? Where did that come from? And I need to go fetch ammunition? Really? One of my guys is quick, unless I'm hoping... Hey, Wellinger! Wellinger, you're delivering a message... Oh, there you go. I don't know why I didn't... Because maybe if I can deliver it really swiftly, I can get some prestige from the guy. Drain trenches. It's a sucky job that nobody wants. So I'm going to give it to you two, unfortunately, because you're still doing quite well. And fetch some of that ammunition. We're going to give it to Dana. And Pedersen and Fram can rest. Go forward another day. Where are we? Ooh, we have news. We have rations for 2 days added. These two got tired. You changed to strain. Weren't you resting? And how have I now got hardly any ammunition when I went and fetched ammunition? I'm so confused. I have a bad feeling about this. Dana, we're running low on ammunition. Yeah, I just sent you to fetch some. What would you like? Do you want to play a little trick on the French? Some of your men out to no man's land tonight will cut through the barbed wire. And the French will think we are preparing an attack. No, my early question was rhetorical. And we need someone from Recon. Where do these extra things keep propping up for? I'm gonna leave the rations till next turn because I think we might not even get to a next turn. We do definitely need to go and fetch some ammunition, but first, who has good eyes? Fram? Very cautious, that's fine. Cut barbed wire. Dana, because you failed to get ourselves any ammunition. Just ridiculous. And Smithbauer, because you're very patriotic and you believe you should be out there winning the war. And then to fetch ammunition, we are going to go and send one. And it's effects per assigned soldier. I'm going to send at least 2 guys. I'm going to send Pedersen. I'm going to leave Wellinger to rest, although apparently resting makes you more exhausted in this place. And like I said, I don't think we're going to get through this round. I think we're about to have a fight, personally. Here come the French. No, not quite. The mood dropped. Prestige. I think that has gone up a little bit since we started. We're under heavy artillery fire. Dana is now stranged. We do have ammunition, but we only have rations for a day. And I can't go fetch any because I have to hole up in my bunker. That's not good. Didn't see anything in the ordinary during recon, Herr Unterofficer. Hopefully that's a good sign. Linux. We hardly have anything left to eat. Otherwise, we won't have anything by tomorrow. Ah, good. Threats rations has come up. And no jobs from Von Karlsruhe, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? It's like they get pulled forward and they end up just double popping up. We're going to send you two to go and get me some rations. And going to try and not have to get ammunition. We'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. What do you reckon, folks? Are we gonna... Smithbauer looks right. He looks down. Next turn. I mean, we got heavy artillery. It's about time we had an no. Still nothing. Interesting. Now, of course, someone's going to tell me we need ammo. But was wounded in the purpose. Sorry, in the process. I think I can go on, but I'd like to ask you to go easy on me these next... Yeah, that's fine. I'll give you that one. We're running low on ammunition. We should get more. And von Karlsruhe. Oh, yes. Pile it all on at once, folks. Artillery, mortars, and nightly commando operations by the French have left holes in our barbed wire. We need some people out there to fix it. Well, yes, we cut their barbed wire, so... It seems right they should cut ours, and I blame you, von Karlsruhe, because you sent us out there to start toying with them in the first place. So we need 5 people, and I'm going to avoid my lightly injured guy. Linux, you're going to go on the... Oh no, nothing's actually more exhausting than anything else, to be honest. Ram and Pedersen, we're going to send you 3 there. One guy to fetch ammunition, which is going to be you, and one guy to fetch rations, which is going to be you. And fingers crossed, pray, hope, and otherwise, I don't know. Whatever else you can do, folks, because we're under heavy artillery fire, and we need to survive. So, go one more day. Still no attack. Obviously, the mood is dropping, and that's not a surprise, because I keep sending people out to do stuff. Wellinger, our supplies were buried under rubble by an explosion. Of course. Pedersen, how can we help? We hardly have anything left to eat. Yes. Oh, you want something else as well? The counter was wounded in the process. That's not good. Okay, we have one guy exhausted, one guy strained, lightly wounded. We do now, however, have ammo and not Herr Unterofficer. I'm Herr Unterofficer. Von Karlsruhe is staying quiet. We don't need to fetch ammo for this one, but we do need some rations. So, we send Fram and Dana. And hopefully this time our rations... And do you know what? Just because I can, let's see if I can keep us away from getting low ammunition. Oh, nobody likes being bombarded, folks. We have ticked over one more. We have gained a bit of rations, so that's good. We now have 2 days left, and we're back in camp in 2 days, so... No, I don't want to play a little trick on the French. We do that, then they do it to us. I have to keep sending my guys out into no man's land. Von Karlsruhe, you go out and know no man's land. go and cut some barbed wire. As that'll be Linux, Anna, and oh, just 2 people. I thought it was 3. That'll be those 2. And pray. And folks, can we get back to camp? Come on, come on! Don't attack me now. That'll be rude. Okay, and then we have to drain trenches. Fran, don't tell me you got injured. There's a sniper. Ended up just being a grazing shot, but it was close. He is injured. Linux. We're running low on ammunition. Running low on food? Yep. Oh, if we go back to camp in a turn, so I think I'm going to kind of ignore food, and we should be okay. The material supply for this section has already been used up again. Probably wasted on some luxury projects, tables, chairs, beds, then burned them. If I weren't so busy, I would personally keep inventory and make sure not a single nail was stolen from the Empire for personal projects. Unfortunately, I have more important tasks, for example, giving you tasks. Refill our supplies, Herald Officer. Yes, that is very important, Von Carsbrook. Okay, I need 4 people, that's not good. And I really should send one to go get some ammunition as well, because I feel like they're going to attack. Drain trenches. Well, these jobs just suck, ladies and gentlemen. We have 3 people injured. Put you 2 on draining those trenches. We're going to put... You're injured, but you're also not as tired as everyone else. And you, because you're tired but not injured. You can go and fetch some ammunition, and please, 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 send me back to camp. Huzzah! Pittable rations added. Don't... my food stocks got buried, didn't they? Was wounded in the process. I can go on. I like your attitude. Bad mood was added. Don't like that. You're now exhausted. No available rations. Likely wounded added. Are you going to give me more jobs? Or are you going to have a go at me because my guys don't have food? We're relieved. We're going back to camp. Huzzah! Has barely lifted a finger. I see you're just going to punish me and take away. Wait, so let's just go to camp. I've never had an uninterrupted trench phase. That's a first for me, ladies and gentlemen. But on that note, we are going to leave the episode there. We got through a camp and a trench phase all in one. All in all, it wasn't an overly bad result, I don't think. We got a few lightly wounded soldiers, but with some hearty double rations. And hopefully a not very full hospital, because we didn't actually have a battle. I'm hoping we can get some speedy recovery. We didn't get any particular extra prestige, which was a little bit unfortunate. But we'll try and build that back up if we get to high prestige. Von Carsbrook might start ignoring us again. And yeah, we'll attempt to get our troops back into fighting order, because undoubtedly, in another week or so that's just another turn or so for back in the camp, we will be going back to those trenches to undoubtedly assault the French, as we do. And so until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining me. I hope you are still enjoying these episodes, and until next time, stay safe, stay happy, and stay healthy.